Hey everyone, Corey from Aquarium Co-Op. You guys asked for it, you're gonna get it. The long, extended tour of the store. Usually I try to wrap it up in like 20, 25 minutes, something like that, but you guys always want to know more. You want to see behind the scenes things. So we're gonna try and do all of that today. It's Christmas Eve right now. My store isn't open for another 2 hours. The goal is to get all the filming done and get ready for the day. We're only open for a half day today, but let's get started. We're gonna start with feeding Murphy because everyone loves that, and then we're gonna go through some stuff. But you know, right when you walk through the door, first thing every fish store should have, a place to hang your coat. Spend some time, get in here, that type of thing. So, you know, I'm just gonna kind of show you the front of the store, front window. These are some displays we have left over. You know, hopefully we'll sell the rest of them today for Christmas. People get new tanks, that type of stuff. Not all the lights are on quite yet, but you know, kind of give you, I don't give you guys this view very often here of the store. And so if you're standing, I'm standing at my front door right now, and you can kind of see how the store is set up. We've got fans off the ceiling, we've got heaters in the back, the Coke machine. This is kind of where the employees will be most of the time. Lots of wood and rock and rapashi and stuff like that. We've got lots of plants over here, and lots of artwork too, you know, up on the higher ledges. We've got wood up top, we've got more artwork, custom carved sign, lots of filters and tanks, you know, so we've got FX4s, FX6, we've got more tanks up here, we've got Fluval filters, you know, obviously display back here, lots of dry goods. But let's start out by feeding Murphy, shall we? Because if you've never seen this store before, he is the superhero. Who doesn't love a giant puffer? So, some little info about the tank. This tank is 360 gallons. It's 6 feet left to right. Well, I just went right to left, but you know, basically left to right. And then it's 4 feet front to back here. So I'm walking towards the back 4 feet. We've got it planted. It automatically changes water. All the water gets recycled down into these goldfish bins. So basically, they're getting 100% water change a day. We're doing about a 35% water change or so up here. Some more info. No, Murphy doesn't eat guppies. He also tends not to even snack on the shrimp we have living in here, which I thought for sure he would have eaten those, but he's a gentle soul. And up top, we've got a overhead sump, and that's just so that I can save the retail space down low. And we've got bamboo growing out of the top, wet dry filter, and powering that we have the FX6. All right, let's go ahead and feed this guy, and we'll talk some more about the tank, that type of stuff. You know, more artwork kind of hidden around here. This is an original piece. You guys might have seen this featured in like Amazona's Facebook group and stuff like that. And we just got some more artwork. Anyway, we feed clams as primary diet here. I'll grab a handful of these and we'll hop right into it. If you guys are watching this and you don't already know, there is a live camera on this tank always. You just go to our site, aquariumcoop.com. That's the camera right there. People are probably watching me right now going, what is that guy doing? But you can always watch Murphy. He's a riot, except after he eats. Once he's done eating, he kind of gets lazy because it's like Thanksgiving dinner to him. So we'll put some clams in, and he just goes beast mode on them. And so he's a freshwater puffer, the largest freshwater species. They say they can get up to 3 foot. The largest one I had before it passed away, unfortunately, at 5 years old, was 22 inches. And it had a wild-caught disease. There was no known cure. Basically, you kill the fish to get rid of the disease, and it ended up killing the fish anyway, so that was unfortunate when we had the necropsy done. But we're knocking on wood and hoping that will never happen with this one. And all Mabu puffers are wild-caught. And yes, they can pass the shell. As you're watching them chew the shell and swallow it, they can actually pass a whole clam shell through them if they want. They like to hunt snails, anything with a shell. That's their primary diet. They'll eat some other things too, but they don't really like pellets and stuff like that. They're plant safe. That's great. And I happen to love guppies, so I let them live with guppies for the most part. I've had them in years past with rainbow fish and roseline sharks, and I've done a lot of different types of fish with them, honestly, but guppies are my favorite so far because they don't really interact with them that much. So they kind of clean up all the little bits around him. He's, gonna finish that off, but let's, the lighting, I'm running some Phoenix 24/7s and a normal up here. I go back and forth between upping the light and maybe not. I run an auto feeder for the guppies. You can see here, we've got some pregnant guppies that are gonna blow up with lots of babies. Back here, lots of guppy grass. This is a crinum, if you're wondering what this big plant is. More shrimp right there on the rock. But what else can I show you about this tank? I guess I could show you the overflow system. I've never really shown you guys that before. So if we come back in the back here, this is kind of where we just set stuff, and it's a little messy back here. Dedicated hot water heater. We've got another fridge for black worms and green beans. You see there, we're feeding out green beans and stuff like that. Another utility sink. But that's what happens back here. Linear air piston pump. We run a couple of these in the store. That's what runs the entire air system in the store. And so anyway, to the overflow, basically water is going to overflow from, well, not overflow, that's incorrect. This is an intake we've made out of PVC for the FX6. The water then comes over here, pumps up way to the top here, all the way to the top, goes in. Then we've got two drains. This is what's called a Herbie style drain, so it can drain silently. That's kind of important to me. This is the backup drain to help that run in case that ever gets plugged up with something. So that runs into the tank. Then, when we're changing water, we have this one right here. This is hooked up to this all the time, and we control it with a controller that I'll show you in a bit. This lets the water go in 4 times a day for water changes, and then the water comes out of here. This is, bulkhead in the tank, comes down and shoots into these 2 tanks to recycle it. Then those 2 tanks have overflows built in. As you can see right here, we kind of go across, they both tie in, boom, and they go into the drain system that we have over here. Now, I'm going to take you guys and look at kind of the setup for the auto water change, because that's typically what I get asked about the most. Like, why don't you ever show that? Just because, I don't know. I don't think it's interesting to most people, but since you guys are asking for it, you're getting the full meal deal today. Also, let me put my clams away so they don't melt there. I've done that before, where I shoot a video and it just sits there, and then I go, what's that smell? The next day, and oh geez. Vintage soda machine actually works. We've got all locally made flavors. So we've got brownie root beer, we've got blue cream soda, we have the strawberry cream, we have new grape, we have butterscotch root beer, we have lemmy lemonade, we have peach, and the cool thing is those are all locally made for us. Well, not specifically for us, but it kind of goes in with the Co-op brand of local, sustainable, that type of thing. So we don't ship them all the way across the country or anything like that. So that's nice. You guys have probably never seen our bathroom before. So this is our bathroom here, and we try to do an important thing, or at least what I consider to be important, and that is keep a clean bathroom. A lot of fish stores you walk in, and if your wife or even you walk in and go, oh geez, I can't use that bathroom. But that was one of my key things when I built the store, is make sure I have a good public bathroom, clean floors. It's unfortunate I have concrete all around pretty much, so I can't put that much cool stuff up in here, but I do have this artist-proof print of this shrimp poster, and by Hilary Isdale. One of my favorite pieces, had it matted and framed and all that, and it just sits here in the bathroom. Gives you something to look at, so even the bathroom hopefully is interesting to some people. But back to the water change system. Over here, this is kind of where some magic happens. This is going to be the easiest system to show you. I run 2 of them in the store. But basically this system will handle everything on this wall, okay? So, this is a drip irrigation system. And let me kind of zoom in here. There we go. So right now it's saying it's 11:10, and the next water change is going to happen at noon. And if I move it to a zone, you can see here we're going to run it for 6 minutes. We're going to run it 4 times a day. We're going to have it offset by 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hours. And so if you want to see how this works, I can hit this button here and water a zone. We're going to turn this on for 10 minutes. I'll end up turning it off here on camera for you. But we just basically energize the system, if you will. So right now all the lines are filling with water. And so how that works is the water comes up to the top here, and then we've got all these manifolds. Let me find a good manifold. Right there. It's like that's a manifold for water. Right there. You see that? Those go to all the tanks. Okay? So if we come down to a tank now, and that's what this is. This is a standpipe the city made me put in so that there's an air gap between the aquarium water down here and the water coming in. So if they ever break a water main out in the street, it won't siphon aquarium water into the drinking water. But if I come right here, you can see water is flowing in, yeah? And it's, you know, correct temperature and everything, so that water comes in. And every aquarium I've drilled, so let me put some light to the back here, with a bulkhead. And you know, the bulkheads, the way they work is I can set a level, so I can get in here and I could make it so that if I put the bulkhead like this, the water will drain down to here. If I put it all the way down, it'll drain down to there. And so I can use it to set the water level. Let me get that kind of set back in place there. So all the tanks on this wall right now are currently changing water. You know, every row, that type of thing. And so what happens is we've got a drain behind this behind these aquariums. And the drain, we still have access to it just in case you ever plug up a drain, you want access, is right there. And that drain is the correct grade because you have to go up 2 inches every 8 feet, I believe, right? So that's why it's so high on this end. You're going, hey, that's almost as high as this tank. Yeah, but when you look down the way there, it's got to go all the way down to there at the correct slope. So all these tanks basically have tubing coming from their bulkheads down into that drain down there, and you can see, you know, all of them have. When you get to the towards, you know, lower, okay, there's 2 levels, and then, you know, there's that final level there. So all that water is going down all the way down here, and we'll be coming into this indirect waste line we had to have put in, which is that right down here. That's an indirect waste line, and you can watch our water meter spin. We had our own water meter put in because you know, we use a lot of water. We have to pay for it, and we want to make sure we're paying our fair share. And so if I get inside of here, you can watch that spinning. You know, that's a lot of gallons of water we use. This is all coming off of, so the red is, we have a temperature control valve. And I guess I haven't shown you guys that yet, but I will. That's it. So we have 78-degree water coming in. It goes to this solenoid that's controlled by this, which I'm going to turn this off because we're going to have water changes starting in a little bit anyway. And then we also have, if I can get back in here, we also have that as a carbon block filter. So it takes out the little bit of chlorine we do have in our water anyway. So water flows in and out. The last part of that system I want to show you guys on this wall would be the temperature controller, which I highly recommend if you're setting up a fish room or a fish store. That's what we've got going on here. Basically, this device is what controls the temperature. Right here is the temperature. So it's reading about 80. By the time it hits the tap, it's about 78. We've got hot water on this side, cold water on that side. It mixes it for us by what we set perfectly all the time, and that line runs out to supply the store. So now, you kind of know how the auto water changes happen. Let's look at fish. I mean, that's probably what you guys want to see anyway. In this tank here, we're going to redo it. It's kind of in a state of needing to be redone. So this tank here is a 93 gallon. We've got a Phoenix light on it. We've got some hanging lights on it. It's not optimal, but people wanted a better view of the Murphy cam, right? So we had to put the top back on it so that we could watch Murphy all the time. And we've got some bamboo and some pothos growing out of the back. We've got lots of Vesuvius here. That's what this plant is. And mollies. And then a bunch of dragonstone or oku stone back there. Not sure what we're going to do with this yet, but we are going to change it up. So that's one of the displays. Currently, we're not injecting any CO2 in there. We've got CO2 hooked up. It's out of CO2. It's been out for probably a year. We just don't use it in this tank. And then we run a CJ canister filter. So you can see here, even without CO2 and stuff, the Vesuvius is happy. It's made lots and lots of runners. It's making runners all the time. So now we're in the sales area. This is where typically an employee would be. We can see the door. We can kind of see most of the tanks, that type of thing. We've got our registers here, and we're ready to do business. Got live blackworms down here. So we open this up here. Boom, live blackworms. Lots of frozen foods. If you're watching this and you own a store and you don't have a display thing for your frozen foods, you're missing out. This should be, per square foot of floor space, this should make you the most money in your store. If every single person isn't buying frozen foods, you're probably not marketing it right, because frozen foods are so good. Anyway, now we'll take a look at plants. I know this is a little intimidating for some people, but this is where all the plants are going to come from, essentially, that you buy online or in store here. So we've got Crypt Parva, kind of a low light carpeting plant. Takes forever and a day though. Like, you got to have ultra patience. We've got Crypt Spiralis. This is a very tall growing crypt, very easy. And here at the store we have our plants color coordinated so that green would be easy. Well, here, let me just show you what we have on the tank. So green is easy to grow, yellow is intermediate to grow, and red is difficult to grow. So you can see most of these plants that we carry are green, easy. Crypt Lutea here, Crypt Wendeti, bronze or red, lucins, that type of thing. We've got Vallisneria, we've got Bacopa, Moneywort, and Dwarf Lily. Little side thing, by the way. That phone rings non-stop, and that's just because of YouTube. I ask you guys, if you have questions and things like that, email us and do those types of things, because the store's not even open yet. You can imagine how much that phone's going to ring when we're open, and people, like today, phone's going to ring non-stop going, hey, are you guys open? It's Christmas Eve. What time do you guys close? That type of thing. And we get bound up on the phone, and so that's why we do ask you guys, please email us, leave comments on this video, that type of thing, and we'll help you there, because I can do that outside of the store. But when I'm in the store, I focus on the retail customers, right? Because they're here for a retail experience, and they don't want to hear that, well, I've got 10,000 phone calls I got to make, that type of thing. So just a little side thing there. Please do us a favor. Email, Facebook message, YouTube, all those things perfectly acceptable. And as most of you know that have ever messaged us, we get back to you pretty darn quick. But that phone, we kind of have to ignore sometimes, especially like the store's not open yet, and this video will never get made. The problem is, if I pick that phone up and it's YouTube, like, someone from YouTube, we're going to chat, we're going to have a great old time. Pretty soon it's going to be an hour, and that was this whole video I could have shot. So I got to limit myself and make sure I could actually produce stuff. But anyway, side rant aside, dwarf lily bulbs, if you don't have these in your aquariums, you're doing something wrong. These things are amazing, easy to grow. We sell them in, the packs. We sell these all the time. We ship these to a lot of people, but this is like one of the easiest gateway plants to get yourself into. We've got Java Fern here, Java Fern Windelove here, Anubias species Golden through here, Anubias Nana, 2 rows of that. We've got Cophifolia, we've got 2 rows of that, Barteri, Congensis, and Anubias Nana Petite. Down low, we've got lots of sword plants. So we've got Amazon swords, we've got Marble Queen swords, we've got, this is a cool plant more people need to be buying, Willow Hydro, although to be fair I don't think I have it on the website. So then we've got a Ponticetum crispus. That's another real easy plant. Pogostemon Stellatus octopus. This is the one that's thriving for KG Tropicals. It's an easy to grow stem plant. Dwarf Sagittaria, one of my absolute favorites. Wisteria, also super easy to grow. Over here we've got Scarlet Temple. This takes a little bit more work to keep those reds and stuff like that. We've got Water Sprite, easy to grow, most people love it. Micro Sword, intermediate. Monte Carlo, chainsword, baby tears, dwarf baby tears would be hard, and then Stargarden repent. This is almost turning into like a daily dose episode where you guys see, you know, this is me, like, you saw the phone ring, right? And I guarantee you this is someone different. I guarantee it. This is, you know, normally I edit out all the phone ringing, but today I can't get any filming done because it's non-stop ringing. So when I get done with this, it's going to be an hour on the phone calling people back, you know, so, yeah. Anyway, up top, more backstock, right? Lots of crypt luteas, or not luteas, Wendetteyes. We've got dwarf sag, we've got pogosteven, stellatus octopus back there, we've got more microsword, more baby tears. Over here we've got more Anubia species golden, we've got more water sprite, all kinds of good stuff. If we, you know, kind of turn the corner, Dumbo-eared betta in the nanoponics kit. What I like about this is you get to grow plants up and out. So we've got this pothos growing all the way to the ceiling there. Kind of playing around with that. Now you kind of hit some of our oddball stuff like puffers and shrimp and that type of stuff. So here we've got the Schuldenti puffer, Congo spotted puffer, expensive one you can see there, 190 bucks. In a simple setup. He's been eating snails, chomping them down. Down here, someone asked, I think it was Laura asked to see threadfin rainbows colored up. Now, this light's probably not doing him justice. That guy's flaring and trying to breed with some of the females in here. The long-finned ones are the males. Short-finned will be the females. Also got, this is a blue wood shrimp. Living with a betta in here as well. Some moss balls. Down low, we've got Snail Town. Lots and lots and lots of snails. We also got frogs. Tank number 2 of a monoshrimp. Tons of a monoshrimp in there. Sell lots of them. In here, this is primarily a tank of rosy loaches. Then we've also got blue shrimp. And we've also got Adonis pleco in there. A little 10-gallon. Oh, and I camouflaged on me. Red lizard catfish, that's about full grown. Up top here, we just have an 18-gallon, and what lives in here? A betta. This crown-tail betta looks beautiful. That's all that's living in here at the moment. He's got the luxury suite, the penthouse. Got some plants too, but he's loving life. Let's see, what else do we have? Over here, we've got exclamation point rasboras, red neon rasboras, Corridorus hasbrosus, that's all these little corridors you're seeing. Blue Silverado endlers, and some orange shrimp in there, as you can see. Oh yeah, we have Physidens moss too, right here. Physidens. We've got some Crinum calmastratums that came in really rough that just kind of sit here, and a betta. That's what lives in this tank at the moment. Over here, I need to get some erythromycin in here to clean up this blue-green algae, and then also like some Siamese alligators in here to eat this algae as well. Baby Maboo puffer, kind of keep those on hand since we have the big one. People want them all the time, and you know, every once in a while we find a correct home for one. We've got Norman lampi Achilles down here, and lots of pygmy corridors, pygmaeus. We've also got some chocolate shrimp in here. They're a little bit hard to see, but like that one right there. And then we've got the Madagascar lace plant. We put some of these up on the website, and they've been selling really fast now, but we run out of them, so it's not uncommon for us to sit out of stock of them for a while, but great plant. Down low here, we've got lots of Seswassertang that's locally grown, and some bristlenose plecos. These are all the banana plants you guys would typically be ordering. And then we've got pea puffers. Up top, we're getting low on cherry shrimp, but lots of cherry shrimp here. And a Pontigeton bovinianus, I think we put that on the website. Those are going to sell out quick. That should be like our #1 sold plant, honestly. This thing is so easy to grow and looks so amazing that everyone wants to own this plant. They just don't know this plant exists yet. We also have blue-eyed rainbows in there, Gertrude. We also have assassin snails. Up here, just a tank full of celestial pearl danios. They don't get enough love, in my opinion. More plant backstock, right? So we've got lots of wisteria. We've got more Anubiuses. We've got red flame swords. If you're watching this, you should order these. They're amazing. marble queen swords, crypt lutea in the back. Then we've got our discus down here. Got plants, you know, with them, and yeah, we basically just feed them an auto water change. This we do actually do a manual water change on it every day of an additional 25%. So even though all of this stuff is auto water changing, we do an additional water change for the discus just to make sure. And this is that drain line right here. It kind of comes all the way back, all the way down to the end of the store, back where we showed you by the hot water heater. So next we've got lots of lights. You know, we got all the lighting up top. And this is kind of on the floor, sales lighting. We also store a bunch over in the storage. I'll probably take you over there too. It's a little terrarium, just something fun and different. We need to kind of get in here and trim a little bit, but you know, just to show you can grow plants and it doesn't have to be underwater, but you know, we enjoy it. What else do I have? I have that phone that keeps ringing. I think that's about it for the actual retail store. Now I'm going to go down a couple doors and I'll show you guys the warehouse we're shipping out of, and you know, that way I think you've gotten the full meal deal at this point. I can't think of too many things besides more stuff hidden, like that's a 12-gallon long rimless tank. I've got banners and artwork and stuff and that kind of thing, but let's take a trip. Alright, you ready to see the underbelly of the Aquarium Co-op? We're there, we're in the warehouse now. So, a few funny things. In the warehouse, you're only allowed to eat Cheez-Its, apparently. That's all you get. And you have to drink water from bags. That's part of the have to do. But, you know, we've got a workstation up here, entering invoices, inventory, that type of thing. Another phone. This is so we can call out. We can call you guys going, oh, geez, there's a problem with your shipping or something like that. We call you and let you know. Yeah, printers. I never knew when I bought a business, by the way, that I was going to own like 1,000 printers. That's what you don't realize is I've got so many types of printers. This one is for just printing labels, and that's what all these are, is labels for, you know, waterproof labels, that type of thing. We've got artwork here. This is from the Sarah calendar. What else do we have? Computer. This is a little shipping station. We've got more printers. That's a label printer. That's a label printer. Different types of labels. But in general, lots of packing supplies. That's what happens right here. A lot of hours are spent by Kaylee, myself, other employees, standing here going, oh, okay, let's get this done. But lots of freezer space as well, you know, because we sell so much frozen food. Yeah. Also got a dog crate. Kaylee gets to bring her dog to work. That's kind of an employee perk. I try to be as accommodating as I can, and their dog is awesome, so why not? Let's see. Got just, you know, messages and stuff like that. And then you start getting into inventory. I wonder what this is. Oh, these are all Eheim feeders right here. That's what this is. It's a stack of Eheim feeders. What do we have over here? More foods. Yep. Over here we've got root tabs and the blankets. Lots of pumps for all of this. So we've got Easy Iron, Easy Carbon, Easy Green. And, you know, because you haven't watched this yet, but we're going to put the Easy Green on sale for Christmas. So we've got all that Easy Green, and then you can see like how many bottles that is. That's a lot of bottles. But then we're also going to have, you know, lots of bottles down here. These are 2 liters. Down here is going to be more normal. So we've got, you know, lots of that. We're trying to, so the other thing to know is this is us slimmed down quite a bit because all this inventory that's sitting here, we have to pay taxes on come the first of the year. So trying to let inventories drop. So, you know, if we run out of something, give us some time. Once January 1st clicks, we'll order stuff again. We'll get it back in stock. So just realize that's how retail's got to work pretty much. Let's see. So yeah, we've got, you know, lots of Never Clog Air Stones and just inventory. Anything interesting back here yet? These are all individual like Dragonstone packages, stuff like that. Lots of Wonder Shells, as you can see here. We just keep gearing up more and more and more to be able to grab stuff efficiently and quickly and stuff like that to ship to you guys. Normally, these shelves would be packed, but you can see we're low on some things, and that's just, you know, we don't want to pay. I could order all this in, and then I got to pay tax on it in about a week. And then, or I could wait a week and pay nothing on it, you know, so I get basically penalized. But anyway, I think that's, oh, more lights, you know. We got more lights up here. Lots of 3-footers. Yeah, 3-footers and 2-footers. Looks like Kaylee was doing some product work. So we're, you know, continually working on the website as well. You can see here we've got, you know, a Phoenix light. A Phoenix light lighting up this, and this is where we take pictures of a lot of the rock and wood and products and things like that. And, you know, we also store a lot of stuff over here too. Like here's the rug doctor for when we flood or something like that. We've got a generator sitting there just ready to go. Lots of bubble wrap. You'd be surprised how fast we go through cases of paper towels when you're wrapping every plant we ship out to you guys in paper towel. What else do I have? Lots of t-shirts. We've got a microwave. This is what employees are doing on their breaks and stuff like that. It's like, oh, let's just take a look through the Amano book, that type of thing. So, you know, not required reading. Definitely got lots of stickers. So if you guys need stickers, just let us know. But, yeah, usually we try to include one of the small ones when you guys order. You can also just buy them if you want to buy like a pile of them, but we try to include them for you. Let's see, we're working on crushed coral down here. We've got lots of packaged foods. I think we're switching up the foods to bags because the bags are going to ship easier for us. Every once in a while, someone drops like a heavy package on something like that in the post office and it busts them open, and then we got to ship one out to you for free. So we don't like doing that, and you don't like doing that. So let's see, what else? I think that's about it. You've seen the underbelly. You know, now this is where we do a lot of work for you guys online. Trying to think if there's anything else cool over here. I think it's heading back over to the store and we'll wrap this thing up. Alright, so yeah, we've got lots of silver tip tetras in here. That's mostly, we've got some coolie loaches going on in there as well, and a betta. Up top, we've got orange hatchet danios. Those are pretty cool. You don't see those every day. I think they're underappreciated. We also have albino cherry barbs and some Java fern on wood with a bunch of duckweed and stuff like that. Over in the tank next to it, we've got the normal cherry barbs, Java fern on wood, pretty simple setup there. Here we're real low on guppies, super duper low. We've also got some Corydoras reticulatus, so those guys are kind of neat. I'll try to carry not necessarily the common ones. Got a big Anubias plant here. Down below, lots of coolie loaches and swordtails. Not a lot of swordtails, but right now, being Christmas Eve, no one wants to ship fish, and the more fish we sell, the more we're just going to look like we're out of fish. It's not from a lack of us wanting to buy, it's that no one will guarantee shipments, and it's dangerous to ship fish right now. So over here we've got a sort of goldfish, just kind of hanging out. Down here we've got Medaka rice fish. These guys, you know, are kind of awesome. They can go cool water. We've got some Anubias down in the bonsai pot there. We've also got some Java fern Windelov. We're growing water sprite, floating water sprite on the top here. My phone is ringing. I'll have to get that later. We've also got water lettuce in there. For lighting on most of the tanks, we're using the Stingray light. To color enhance, we're using Monster Rays on some of the lights, or some of the tanks as well. So this tank, we've got lots of dwarf chain loaches. We've got the Ember Tetras. We've also got Kubodai Rasboras, which is the neon green Rasbora. And there's some Plecos and some skunk cories or Malini cories. Up top here, this is the dollar bin. What does that mean? That means any fish that goes into this tank is $1. So right now we've got angelfish, and we've got some random tetras. I think that's a Kobu tetra. And that makes a good segue into the quarantine room, right? So we've got this quarantine room here. And as you can see, we're just choking out on angels. We've got all these angels, so that's why they're selling so cheap. We bring fish into here. We quarantine them, we give them meds. This is all auto water changing. These tanks change 50% every day, so we have to refresh meds and things like that. You can see here, this is one tank full of zebra danios. When we bring in zebra danios, we're bringing them in 1,000 at a time. So there's that tank, plus there's this tank. There was a third tank, but we moved them out, so we got about 300 on the floor. This is 100 cardinal tetras. This is 180 pork chop rasboras, a rasbora SBI. Down here, we've got, I want to say it's 100 dwarf neon rainbows. Over here we've got Julie Cories, we've got stir-by Cories, we have more cherry barbs, we have German blue rams. What else? We've got black neon tetras, we've got black phantom tetras, we've got some platies that have just been struggling. These are some kind of teacup platies. The vendor we got them from, not the best. Over here we've got silver tip tetras. Let's see if they'll do it. Yep, they always come to your finger. It's awesome. And then we've got more Kubota rasboras over here. This tank is a 33-gallon. This is where we quarantine guppies, and you know, they're just not up to our standards yet. They're still not thriving. They're not dying, but they're not thriving yet, and that's an important difference for us. Down here we've got some goldfish in quarantine. This is a snail farm. We sell lots of snails to everyone for their puffers because we sell so many puffers. This tank in here is quarantining fish for a customer. They had anchorworm and stuff like that, and they weren't being able to beat it, so we've been working on it for them. I think we beat it at this point, but you know, we want to make sure we clean it up for them before we send them back home. In here we've got Gardner Eye killifish. Down here, this is going to be the smallest roseline sharks you've ever seen, I promise you. These are all, this is a shipment of roseline sharks we got, and you know, there's like 200 of them, and they came in small, much smaller than this. We've been growing them out. So we've got red-eyed tetras in here, angels, ember tetras. So yeah, that's the quarantine room. We also have, you know, that system there. This system's running this wall. We've got a retractable hose, another utility sink, lots of meds. You can see the drain line here, and plant backstock. This is kind of a catch-all quarantine tank until stuff gets sorted out and medicated. But back here on the floor, close up that. In this tank right here, we've got angels. We've got the Wapoga red laser. That's the new kind of dwarf rainbow fish that has, you know, the lasers on it, essentially. Up top, we've got some emerald eye rasboras. Those are really cool schooling fish that don't get enough love. We've got the Von Rio or flame tetra. We've got water lettuce growing. Down low, we've got, you know, our $20 ranchus. We've got blacks, we've got red and whites, we've got oranges, living with some plecos. Next tank over, we've got dojo loaches and telescope eye goldfish or panda goldfish. They were pandas before they, you know, shed most of their color, because that's what pandas do. Got some corridoras, which are the pandas, and some male guppies, because we're sold out of females. And as you saw, the females just aren't ready to go. Like, you can tell these fish thriving, happy, healthy. Those ones in there, they're not dying, but they're not ready for prime time yet. We got to get them really happy before we'll sell them. Up top here, lots of black neon tetras. Next tank over, we've got black phantoms and Odessa barbs. We also got some Kyathit danios. Not too many of those left. Looks like we're sold out of the electric blue rams on this tank, so I'm going to take that down while we're here. We just use these tags, that's what we do, instead of writing on the tank. A lot of stores do that. In this tank, we've got betta rubras. Let me see if I can spot some of those for you guys. Yeah, right there. So these are a mouth brooding betta. We've got gobies. So we've got blue stiphodon or blue cobalt gobies. You can see them there on the glass. We've got lemon tetras in here. We've also got Julie corridoras, and we've got some L190 royal plecos. Down low, we've got rainbow fish, kind of just an assorted tank. There's Madagascar rainbows, there's Bosmani females, there's turquoise, that type of thing. Over here we've got a flagtail Procholotus mixed in with some leopard danios and a few bronze corridoras. Up top we've got Apistogramma agassizii fire reds. That's what these guys are. We've also got a vampire pleco in there. There's a ghost knife tail flapping in the wind there. Some draped fin barbs, that's what these guys are. These are cool, but no one ever buys them. They're super duper cool and laid back. What else? Stir-by cories, I think I've sold it. Oh no, there's a couple left there. Almost sold out on the floor. That's why we have them in quarantine. Up top we've got mollies, and we've got some hatchets and some chorpray danios, also known as orange glow danio. Over here we've got Pristilla tetras. Down low we've got Apistogramma cockatoides orange flash. We've got pork chop rasboras. There's an elephant nose kicking around in here somewhere in theory. Oh yeah, right there. Elephant nose, and then we've got blue phantom plecos. These are the small guys. We've been selling them at 25 bucks a piece. Down low here, lots of green neon tetras, and there's a big spotted royal pleco in here too. He's back behind there, but over here we've got bleeding heart tetras with keyhole cichlids. This tank here has got German blue rams. We've got Siamese algae eaters working on some of the algae, and then we've got dwarf petricola catfish. Here's the petricola cats. One of my favorites. This tank we do heat. We heat this with a heater, so normally we heat the entire room, or entire shop with that 5,000 watt heater up there, and but that only heats the store to about 78 degrees, and we like to keep rams and stuff like that at 82, so we do heat it above that. Up top we've got glow light tetras and platinum hatchets, and we've got a betta living with them. Next tank over we've got the super red koi angels. They sell really well. We've got one little pair of red delta guppies left. Down here we've got the female blue gouramis. These guys are much more laid back than the male counterparts, and they also look good, so that's why we carry the females. We've got the black or the purple rasbora hets. We also have some red endlers. That's what's kicking around in the back there. And then on the glass we have some Borneo sucker loaches. Down low, oh wait, there's one more thing. We've got a cool pop-up pleco in here, right behind that Anubias. If it pops back out, I'll show it to you guys. Down low, we've got the Japanese orange rice fish. That's a cool one. First time we've really had it in the store here. Lots of Amano shrimp. As you kind of look around, you start seeing like, oh yeah, there is a lot of them in here. We run 2 tanks of these. We sell so many of them, of the Amano shrimp. Yeah, there's that pop-up pleco. It's got that nice leer tail to him, flapping in the wind. Kind of a cool, underrated fish. Over here, more black angels. We've got reticulated hillstream loaches. Those are always a favorite. We've got green fire tetras. What else do we have in here? Small angels. Yeah, we sell these angels at $2.99. And then Endler's livebearers. Looks like we got a male there and a bunch of females in this tank at the moment. Down low, we've got platies, and we've got Cupido cichlids, and we've got Autosynclus. If we move up top here, we've got pearl danios, lots of them. More people need to buy these. These things are super duper hardy, just like zebra danios, and way more colorful. Red-eyed tetras. We've also got Siamese algae eaters, a few bloodfin tetras in there, some Java fern. Down low, we've got awesome betta. He's a looker for sure. Half moon. We've got salt and pepper corridoras. We've got Bolivian rams, rummy nose tetras. Any rare plecos in here? We've got pinstripe panak in here somewhere. Oh yeah, way in the back there. Let's see. Yeah, he's a big one. So he's hiding in the back behind that sponge. Down low, we've got the platinum white not killies, but Japanese rice fish. We've got gold white clouds. We have the Barbados corridoras. We also have a Dumbo betta and some Autosynclus. Also some shrimp hiding out in the guppy grass there. Over here we've got lots of yo-yo loaches. We've got Juraparis, which are the sand sifters there. And in theory, yeah, some Siamese algae eaters. In this tank we've got the humpback limias, kind of a rare live bear. We've also got green phantom plecos for sale. Are we sold out of panda log suckers? We might. I'll have to double check and take that tag down if we're sold out of that. Up top we've got some balloon mollies. To the right of that we've got lots of those zebra danios. As I said, we brought in 1,000 of them. They're cheap fish. Sometimes people are looking for very cheap fish. Sometimes they need feeders that are healthy. Sometimes they just want a big school of fish for cheap. Here we've got neon tetras. We've also got the snowball pleco, the LDA33. Got a Dumbo betta living with them. Albino corridores. And we've got some bamboo shrimp, I think, too. Let me see. Yep, they're just back up in there, hiding in, getting a good flow. Let's see. Down below, we've got Colombian blue tetras. We've also got red hump earth eaters. There's also some queen loaches and some Raphael catfish in there. Lots of manzanita wood for sale. Let's see. We've got the Lowboy 50-gallon breeder tanks. We've got Malaysian driftwood. This is a tank of roseline sharks in Vallisneria. We sell a lot of Vallisneria online in the store. So if you guys are looking for Val, there it is. Bubble light goldfish with the lights not on up here. More plant backstock, but that light's not on yet. This tank with the 24/7 mode is just waking up, but cardinal tank planted with dwarf Sagittaria. We've got Ceru stone, we've got Dragon Oku stone, we've got Zebra rock. Lots of Rapashi foods, lots of food in general. Got supplies like regulators and that kind of stuff. Alright guys, well there's an update on my store. I think I've shown you everything I can. That being said, I know in the comments below you'd be like, show me that? And I'm like, dang it, I forgot to show them that. So tried to get as much as I possibly could in. Leave comments down below and I'll address them as best I can. Make sure you check us out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all this stuff. Like I don't know if I can say that, but I think we're the most transparent fish company out there. Like we're all over the place. We're on YouTube and different things get posted different places. Sometimes like, ooh, that'd make a good Instagram picture. Oh, I should do a quick little Twitter live stream or something like that. So follow us around. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, share it, do that type of thing. And thanks for watching. Check out our other videos. This is, in my opinion, boring to me because I live it every day and I like the other videos more, but you guys seem to love the virtual tour type of videos, so here's another one for you guys. I appreciate it. Taco on, and I gotta get to work. I gotta call people back on the phone.